Square Enix is reportedly an acquisition target for multiple parties. Bankers claim the company is attracting M&A interest, while Final Fantasy Publishers says it hasn't received offers. So here we go. Let's go over this real quick. Um, the Japanese financial or Final Fantasy publisher has received recent merger and acquisition interest from multiple parties. Two bankers said to be following gaming deals told finance publications CTFN via Bloomberg Japan. It's unclear if the interest is in Square Enix is limited to its gaming business, which accounts for 72% of total sales in the fiscal year by March 2021 or 2020, or the whole company. And then here's an update. Square Enix has released a statement claiming that it has not received any acquisition offers and is not considering selling any of the business. Great, that's great to hear. Bloomberg has reported today that there is interest from several buyers to acquire Square Enix. However, this report is not based on any announcements by Square Enix Holdings Limited, it said. We do not consider selling off the company or any part of its businesses, nor have we received any offers from any third party to acquire the company or any part of its business. While the interested parties weren't named, on several occasions in 2019, Xbox head Phil Spencer expressed a desire to acquire an Asian game developer, in particular a Japanese studio. So there you have it. It just seems like these are more baseless rumors. So I wouldn't worry about it just yet. Square Enix, here's the thing. When companies are about to be bought out, they never reveal it. They never say anything on the contrary. They always say, no, this is not true.
Here.
Yeah. And then the next day they get bought out. This happens all the time. So
I don't know. What's it called? Bethesda was pretty vocal about being in talks with, or is it ZeniMax?
ZeniMax.
Yeah, ZeniMax was pretty vocal
Yeah,
about being bought out by Xbox.
that one was a little bit strange in that regard that they were so upfront about it. But I feel like the only reason it was like that it was probably because Microsoft was the only one that was.
I mean, yeah, Microsoft. I guess the acquisitions that Microsoft has been doing has been pretty vocal,
Yeah.
like Ninja Theory and Obsidian.
Yeah, but I don't want this to happen.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
I don't want this to happen.
The financial reality of it is that it might happen.
Yeah.
Especially if Square Enix is struggling. I know that they've lost quite a bit of money from Avengers.
But you know what? It's one of those things where it's like they knew the game wasn't special because when they did the beta, they got a bunch of negative feedback. You know what I mean? But they decided to power through because they thought that the popularity of the MCU,
of the IP,
of the MCU and the IP was gonna prop the game up, but it just simply did not. It simply did. Dude, I ran a bunch of analysis on Steam traffic. RuneScape. That old ass game gets 2 times as much gameplay as Avengers.
Yikes!
It's horrible.
And you're gonna say, oh, there's only 2 people playing RuneScape.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the game is so lackluster. It has no personality really. And it's just it's been sterilized. It's a sterilized game. You know what I mean?
Oh no, of course, and that would be their future if they get bought out by whomever.
Exactly, and that's what we don't want. Oh my God, the destruction of Square Enix would be one of the biggest travesties in video game history.
Even worse than the implosion of at Konami.
Yeah, which fingers crossed, we're hoping to hear something from E3.
Yeah, like a Metal Gear Solid collection
Yeah,
for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
yeah, or a Silent Hill reboot. So that's it for this week, everyone. We hope you enjoyed. You know, with everything that's going on, just I'll try to boot out some more tutorials. I think the next one I'm going to do is I might replace the LCD screen on my PSP
Oh,
1000. Um,
really? To what?
they sell IPS panel replacements. I found them online.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Not that I don't like that idea. With a new PS Vita, are you sure you want to play PSP games on your PSP?
You know, my PSP is very sentimental to me.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
love my PSP,
Yeah. I
but
got
that
it.
OLED screen
I know.
and
I
that dual analog.
I think I'll enjoy both. But the
Oh,
PS
I do too.
yeah. But
Uh,
I wanna keep my PSP in good condition, you know.
of course, no. I was playing Crisis Core. I was
Hmm.
playing Crisis Core because there's no digital version of it aside from the one that's on the high seas.
Yeah. Uh,
But no, I was playing Crisis Core on my PSP,
nice.
and there's a number of other games that I play on my PSP. But you hear that that disc whirl in
I
there, and you're like,
know.
when is your last day
Yeah.
alive?
Yeah. I bought Tactics Ogre
Nice,
and I
great
transferred
game.
it over to PSP and I started playing last night.
You should put it on your Vita.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
But
Don't hate me.
I know.
Because like I just did that recently. A good example is Final Fantasy War of the Lions, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. They're like play it on your PSP, play it on your PS Vita,
Yeah.
and I did, and I was like, oh my god, it's so bright, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. You know, for me, I'll just say the PS Vita is sentimental to me because
You mean PSP?
my mom gave it to me before I went overseas in the Marine
Ah,
Corps. It was like her gift to me. She was like, "Here," and I was like, "Oh my God." Like I wasn't even expecting it. I didn't even really pay it. I wasn't paying attention at the time. So it traveled all over the world with me and
oh,
it
that's
still
awesome.
works. Yeah, yeah. So I just want to keep it like in good condition. And the screen, the thing is that because it's so sentimental to me, I can't get rid of it. But the screen has so many dead pixels.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was one of the because it was the first model.
Yes,
It was one of the
it's the fat one.
defects. It was one of the
Yeah.
defects models, and the thing is, I couldn't replace it because I was overseas. I couldn't ship it back for a replacement. So I just kept it and I just dealt with the dead pixels all these years. So yeah, I want to like, you
It's
know,
like you're playing games like this.
yeah, yeah. I just want to like upgrade it to a good point and then play it every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So yeah, that's it for this week, everyone. Let us know what you think about what's going on with Sony. And yeah, let us know. What was the one question we asked?
If Square Enix would be acquired, who would you want them to be acquired by?
Okay, that's a good question. If Square Enix was acquired, who would you trust? Whose capable hands would you trust to manage Square Enix?
Bandai Namco?
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
they've fallen off so hard lately.
Nintendo.
Nintendo, yes, I could trust them. Although all the games would be Nintendo only, which would kind of
I
suck.
mean,
But
I mean, at the end of the day, Nintendo has been one of the better companies for gamers.
yeah, yeah.
Um, in terms of
In terms
game
of
ga- game availability, censorship, and I guess transparency. Like when the Wii shop closed, when the Wii eShop was
mhm.
closing, Nintendo gave us like a year or two.
Yes, that's a big difference between what Sony's doing. Nintendo gave us more than enough time to get whatever game you wanted, and
To be prepared.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sony's just like, hey, here you go. By the way, you can't download. Disclaimer: I tried to download Street Fighter 3 Alpha Max for my PSP, and also
Yes.
you can play it on the Vita.
Yeah.
Because it's the definitive version of Street Fighter 3 Alpha.
Yes.
You can't download it. It's corrupt. You can't buy it. The store crashes.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, because every time I've added it to my cart, it says failed, failed. You can't buy it. And then I have to restart my PS3, or I have to take it out of my cart, restart my PS3, then I can buy anything else. But once I add that game, it corrupts the store.
So this is my advice, and this is I don't know, maybe this could be just a singular issue with
Yeah.
what you're having, but this is also for everyone out there. The PS3 store is is not is not functional like practically at all.
Yeah.
Like it's not functioning well. It's very slow. It takes forever. There's lots of errors in general.
And there's a lot of games that
Just
don't come up when you search.
exactly. And just 2 days ago, I was on the PlayStation Store. I was incapable, not even possible, to add funds to my account. I actually needed to add funds via the PlayStation 4 in order to
Interesting.
use those funds on my PlayStation 3. That
Interesting.
being said, it's not like that all the time. There are errors, and I think these errors occur when the system is being used uh, to like a large capacity, globally speaking.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is that, and this is again an assumption, but what I'm thinking is that a lot of people during, I'm going to say regular business hours, during the daylight hours, there's a lot of people that are using these systems and they're accessing the store and they're attempting to do what we're doing. So we're not unique in that area. There's a lot of people doing the same thing and it's just throttling the system and
Yeah.
the system is throwing back errors.
Yeah.
I was capable of accessing the store, going and purchasing items directly from the PlayStation 3 store, adding funds last night at 2 in the morning.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
depends, I think, when you access the store, and maybe I suggest to try late at night to reattempt this purchase
Well,
because it could be that, or yes, it could also just be that the thing was delisted.
yeah.
I did just earlier try to download DLC for Genji,
Hmm.
Dawn of the Samurai, I believe it's called, for the PlayStation 3. There's like DLC costumes, and the DLC shows up in the store, but
Oh.
the PlayStation Store is like, no, you can't access this.
Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, I ended up checking the price for the physical version on eBay, and it was cheap.
That's a better solution.
Yeah, it was like $15, so I just ordered one.
Good man.
Yeah.
That's the way you should have went.
Yeah, that's the way I should have went.